Destination. So why do you choose Indonesia or Indonesia is your first pick or not?
Collectivism of Indonesian people. Yeah, American teenagers, I'll say, are a lot more like independent. They have their friend groups, but they don't always stick in groups. But Indonesians, they're always together. But I will say Indonesia was one of my top choices.
So they pick it for you.
Exactly.
Hello SHABERIANS, welcome to Shaber Podcast. I am Dimas Diajeng and my partner
Diajeng Intelegensi, and we're from
Dimas Diajeng Stetsa 2023. So Diajeng Intelegensi, what makes this episode different from our previous episode?
As you guys listen now, we're using our second language, which is English, to communicate in our special episode.
Yeah, or let's say
Shaber English. So actually, what's the topic for today's episode?
In my opinion, there are many SHABERIANS that are into this topic.
I agree, because we're going to talk about something that is interesting and kind of fresh to talk to. Can you guess what it is?
Is it something related to school?
Could be, because today's episode is about
Studying abroad. Anyway, we also invite someone that is special to be our special guest.
Oh really? Wasn't she came back from the US or something?
Of course, she came here to be our special guest.
Without further ado, please welcome Salima!
Hi everyone, Salima here.
So right now, we're already in the main session of Shaber. So Salima, can you please tell me what kind of program are you currently participating in?
Yes, I'm on exchange program under the U.S. State Department's Yes Abroad and AFS. The goal of these programs is to send students into a foreign country, have them learn about that culture, and also share the American culture.
So what's the difference between AFS program and the yes program?
The difference is they're just two entirely different organizations, but they're both under the U.S. State Department. Yes Abroad focus on like the culture immersion and the exchange and like ending stereotypes between two different cultures, while AFS is just like a study abroad program.
Is yes program focus more on Muslims?
Yes Abroad sends students to majority Muslim countries, while AFS just sends students anywhere.
It seems like a nice program, so why did you decide to register up yourself? Is there anything you want to achieve?
Yes, I decided to register myself for study abroad just for the experience of it. I was born in a city in Maryland, and I've been there my whole life, so I wanted to venture out. And also, I want to go into a career of global politics, and going into another country and experiencing that different kind of culture would help me with that.
From what I've known so far, there are a lot of picks of country that you can pick as your destination. So why do you choose Indonesia or Indonesia is your first pick or not?
That's a good question. So with AFS and Yes Abroad, you don't necessarily pick a country you go to. There's a list of countries that they offer, and you can preference them on a ranking list, and they kind of put you where they think you fit best. But I will say Indonesia was one of my top choices.
So they pick it for you.
Exactly.
I believe it. If we went to abroad, there's a lot of things to prepare. So, what are things you prepare before you going here?
I only knew I was coming to Indonesia about 3 months before getting here, because, like I said, they choose a program for you, so you never really know. But once I found out I was coming here, I learned about the history of Indonesia, like the colonial history and the local history of Malang. And I also learned about like the customs and cultures of the people in Indonesia.
Maybe, did you learn Bahasa before?
No, actually. So when I first got to Indonesia, I was in Jakarta for 2 weeks where I did like a language prep. But before that, maybe some Duolingo, but that didn't really help.
So you have to learn Indonesia from outside from the orientation, right?
Yes, with the program, they kind of have you learn as you go. So I'm learning while I'm here.
In a short term.
Yeah.
I see, but how long have you been here?
I've been in Indonesia about 4 months now.
And after living here for 4 months, right? What do you think about Indonesia itself?
I think Indonesia is nice. Compared to America, it's a lot more chill here. America, there's always something going on, like
Busier.
yeah, it's a lot in America. It's just so much drama and it's just a lot there. But yeah, Indonesia's a lot more like calm and like peaceful. Yes, and I would say in Indonesia, I prefer Malang over other cities like Jakarta or Surabaya because it's so hot and crowded there, where Malang is a little bit more cooler.
Is there something similar between Indonesia and South America?
That's hard to say because they're both like really big countries and different.
And lots of population.
Exactly. I would say one similar thing is that they both have like diverse groups of people. Like America, there's people from all over the world, different ethnicities, and in Indonesia, there's different like ethnicities here as well.
Do you hear? Is there any culture shock you felt?
Yes. So the first one I would say is the traffic. When I landed here at 12 a.m. in Jakarta, I did not expect that much traffic at 12 o'clock in the morning.
So crowded.
Yeah, very crowded. And then Indonesians actually drive crazy. Like they don't use their blinkers when they go in another lane.
Yeah.
And they drive on the left side of the road instead of the right side. So I found myself going towards the driver's seat thinking I'm getting in the passenger seat a lot of the times. Another one is the collectivism of Indonesian people. Yeah, American teenagers, I'll say, are a lot more like independent. They have their friend groups, but they don't always stick in groups. But Indonesians, they're always together. Like going to the bathroom, they go to the bathroom in groups. Yeah, so.
So how do you think, or how do you communicate with Indonesian people as a foreigner? Hard to communicate.
Honestly, I think it's like pretty hard because I don't speak Bahasa well. I kind of try if I have to. Like if a person doesn't speak English, then I'll try with the little bit of Indonesian that I know. And I also it's a little hard because we're in Java, so people speak Javanese here.
Yeah, they mix
exactly. So when they're like my classmates are speaking in class or they're texting in the class group chat, it's like Japanese or something, and I
understand.
No, not at all.
How about like the daily conversation? Can you do it?
In Bahasa?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. I would say that I try, but I think people know that I'm American, so they automatically speak English to me. But my friends are trying to speak Indonesian to me, and I'm trying to practice too.
So are they scared of talking with you?
I mean, I would hope not, but maybe a little, because I know myself, I'm a little scared to speak in Indonesian. So they might be a little bit scared to speak in English, which is understandable.
But they're friendly with you, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, because they're Indonesian people.
Exactly.
So you're living here for a month? Yes. After living here, what the changes you get as a student exchange?
I think that my personality as a person changed a little bit. I think because I am the exchange student here, I am kind of like isolated a little bit because everyone here knows each other and they've been going to school with each other for years now.
They have like circles.
Yes, and actually Malang is so small that people know each other from elementary or middle school or something like that. So sometimes it's a little like hard to talk to people or like make friendships. So I would say like I'm a little bit more closed off now that I'm here versus like being a little social butterfly in the US.
Oh, so you was a social butterfly person?
I would say so. I was a little bit more like out there and like talking to a lot of people.
So is there any habits that you're going to implement when you're going back in America?
That's hard to say. I would think so because I'm going to be here for 10 months and it's going to be a way of living. I think that some of the smaller things is like respecting older people here, but that's really big in this culture. Exactly, it's so big in this culture. In the U.S., there's kind of this mentality like you get respected from being respectful, but that's not the case here. So I think that like the way I treat people or the way that I give off my persona is going to change. I think I might be a little bit more quieter as well when I go back to the U.S.
Time flies so fast and we're already the end of Shaber session.
And yet it's time to say goodbye to all Shaberians who have listened us till now.